and welcome to Ctrl Alt Delete, the alternative quiz show here at Sxtv. On Team Alt tonight, we have Duncan Butler.
Hello.
And Tom Festerazzi.
Hello.
And on Team Delete, we have Tom King.
Hello.
And Alex Riley.
Hello.
The first round is true or false. Very self-explanatory. We'll ask the teams questions that are true or false about celebrities, and they will give their answers accordingly. First question goes to Duncan.
Yes.
Is it true or false that Paris Hilton has size 11 feet?
See, considering that's bigger than mine, I hope it's not true. See, I'd feel inferior because of the feet.
Quite a frightening thought, really.
Yeah,
Paris Hilton,
size 11 is
bigger
quite
feet
large.
than you.
She is huge as well, though. She's like 7 feet.
Have you met her?
Huge, though?
Not personally.
Did she
no.
tower over you like
I've
a
seen some
skinny goddess?
interesting videos of her, though.
What do you think?
Is there any other option apart from true or false?
No.
Maybe or
No.
possibly. I'm gonna go
false. And I
Yeah.
hope it is.
False.
Yeah, otherwise I'm just going to cry right here on this table.
It is in fact true.
No way!
Paris Hilton does indeed have size 11 feet. Paris also says that she can't get her feet into designer shoes because they're too tight, which is ironically the opposite feeling most men would feel if they ever tried to get into Paris.
You joker.
The next question goes to Alex Riley. And the question is it true or false that during the song Hey Jude, Paul McCartney can be faintly heard saying, "Oh fucking hell"?
Paul McCartney definitely seems like the sort of guy who would just walk into a studio and say, "Hey, fucking hell." But
I don't know. It's like Jesus, but with a slightly better haircut, really, isn't it?
it's less of a beard.
Less of a beard. Did McCartney ever have a beard? Can we find out? Is that on your Wikipedia
I'm
facts
sure he
as well?
has. At
If
some
not,
point
we
in his
can-
life had a
we can draw it
beard.
on paint or something. so we
No,
can
out,
just-
out of the four beers, I'd say McCartney was probably less likely to say "oh fuck." He hasn't said "oh fuck" about a woman since the divorce, really. Has he?
I'd say that's
what
got to be false,
You're saying
really.
that's got to be false?
Yeah.
That is as well very true.
Oh, no way.
I think they're all
Yes,
probably
Paul
true.
McCartney can be heard saying "oh fucking hell" during the song Hey Jude at 2 minutes and 38 seconds. In an interview about his failed marriage, Sir Paul McCartney was asked if he would ever go down on one knee again. He replied, "I think you should call her Heather." The next question is for Tom Festerazzi. And the question is, Kanye West once condemned P2P, that's person to person sharing, because he needed the money.
Well, yeah, he always wants money, doesn't he?
Who doesn't he condemn, to be fair?
He is the
Yeah.
genius voice of a generation, though. Let's be
That is
honest.
true.
The idol of a generation, sadly. Most people will look up to philosophers or something. People nowadays look up to Kanye West.
Yeah, the man who single-handedly
shade.
brought forward the shutter glasses, which you cannot see through. And even, oh yeah, I'm going to wear them out to my holiday, and you come out with a tan looking like RoboCop.
And also, they're quite expensive. Like most expensive glasses, because they got like good lenses, but they're just made of plastic. They're bendy.
Plastic
for
and
God's sake.
air. It's like
Plastic
the, people
and
that,
air.
like the people that sell air guitars on eBay. It's like the best one, yeah.
They don't protect your eyes from the sun. There's no kind of
There's no protection
lens or
there.
protection there. I'm gonna go false.
You're going to go false? That is true as well. He's actually
Yeah. What's the
Unhealthy
score? 0-0.
balance. The magic of television.
Glorious.
Okay, the next question is for Tom King. Victoria Posh Spice Beckham has a special ring which she is wearing to raise awareness for malaria sufferers.
Raise awareness for malaria. What, for the actual people that are suffering from malaria?
malaria.
Just to be aware that she's wearing a ring.
Yes.
Um,
Well, yeah, basically.
has she ever suffered from malaria?
Why would
No.
you care about malaria?
Well, I don't know. Why would she care about anything? Let's be
Yeah.
honest. You know, she's got like a designer label, hasn't she? Like women are paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars and stuff for like these jeans with a little sort of crown logo on the arse of it. Apparently,
Why the crown, do you know?
I don't know. Maybe she thinks she's the queen.
To do with Beckingham?
Posh
Beck-
and
Beckingham,
Bex,
yeah, the
perhaps.
Beckingham Palace.
Is that the
really,
link
really
to the
sad.
crown, do you think?
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. Why would she care? Yeah, but I think Posh Spice would want people to think that she cared. So for that reason, I'm going to go with true.
Yes!
And the first point of the game goes to Tom King.
Bloody hell.
Yes, the ring is a ruby and diamond encrusted mosquito ring and will be auctioned for money to raise for the Malaria No More campaign. She had to think hard about what she could do to raise money after her first suggestion of a series of concerts was hurriedly rejected. And the final question of the round goes to Alex Riley. Is it true or false that Madonna's name is actually Madonna?
Pretty sure that's false. But, you know.
It has to be one of those actress namey type things where they just make up a name.
Yeah.
It
I hate
has to
Madonna
be.
personally. I can't stand her. You know, she brought out that video with her in the leotard and stuff, and everyone thought,
Yeah.
oh yeah, good on you, girl. You look great for 50. If you look great for 50, at best you look 40, and you still shouldn't be wearing a leotard at the end of the day. You go to like these kids, you know, dance clubs, I don't know, I've got little brothers, and one of them, he was a boy, still does some dancing and stuff, and you take him there, and there are these 40-year-old women in leotards that think, yes, I'm still going to make it on the West End and stuff, and it's just like, put it away. Even they wear leggings. Madonna basically had her gash out.
Basically,
Get
like
an office
watching your
job.
mum in a thong dancing.
Yeah. They banned that music video of Robbie Williams ripping his skin off. Why can't they ban the Madonna one? Frankly, that made me vomit.
Madonna's just such a ridiculous name that I don't think it should be a name. So I'm going to say false, and I think it's probably true, but I'm going to say false.
It is actually true.
No! That's a lie!
Should have gone with your instincts. Madonna's name is Madonna, which in Malawian translates as baby snatching granny. That's the end of round 1, and the
Coincidence?
scores are Team Alt 1 point,
That's
Team
shit.
Delete 1 point.
Oh.
Out of like a possible 10. That's like Portsmouth starts the Premiership. That's awful.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the second half of Ctrl Alt Delete. This round is called Deep Thought, and although there are correct answers, I will also be given points for creativity and comedy. Is a shellless turtle naked or homeless?
The turtles are the ones in the water.
They certainly are.
So, would you swim with your house, or would you swim without your clothes on?
Both. So technically they're doing it wrong either way.
Yeah. So either way, they shouldn't have a shell because they shouldn't swim with their house or their clothes on.
They do.
And
So
Do they?
Your advice to evolution would
If-
be
if you were
scrap
to
the
see-
shell.
yeah, scrap the shell.
if you were to see a turtle, maybe, but that's for protection on land because they do come on now and then, surely.
Oh.
You know how Adam and Eve had the little leaves? Or maybe that's the turtles' version.
Maybe.
Maybe
So-
it's censorship personified.
Yeah. Censoring the turtles.
Censoring the turtles, yeah.
If
What
you-
would a
if you
naked
could-
turtle look like? Would that be like just like a big worm, like a fat worm,
Damn sexy worm.
a sexy worm?
Sexy worm.
I can't even
Quite a
think
large
of a
worm.
sexy worm.
The Vanessa Feltz of worms.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
octopus eat turtles by drilling through their shells. So that would make the octopus a burglar if it was a house. So are we
I like
calling octopus
And a rapist if it's
the
closed.
burglars of the sea?
Either way, the octopi race have not got a very good chance, really. Either they're murderers or rapists.
Not going to have a very good image after this show, are they?
No, exactly.
If you can imagine a turtle without
Yeah.
the shell, would
Yeah.
you think
It'll be
naked?
naked.
Or
It'll be
you
naked.
think naked?
Yeah.
It is naked. Well
Yes.
done.
Yes,
Yes.
we're good at this.
Yeah. 2-1 isn't that?
Duncan,
Yep.
what do Eskimos use to stop their food from freezing?
I think they don't freeze their food. Don't bother with it. They just
It's
eat
not
it
what
straight.
they use to freeze it. What do they use to stop it from freezing?
Oh, they don't bother.
Oh, I wasn't listening to that question.
It's got to be ice. It has to be ice. They make a box of ice like an igloo.
Help them.
Yeah.
They're the enemy.
I carry on.
They're already winning.
Do you want to come over to this table? I think when they catch fish, they perhaps put it under their armpits to sew it from freezing, and they have to walk around like that.
Like penguins.
Like
I
human
reckon.
Otherwise, the fish will
Nice
slip,
link.
and other animals like vultures, sort of will come and collect.
Arctic vultures.
Yeah, Arctic vultures, which we all know exist and don't not exist, and eat their own fish, what they slaved all day to capture.
I have to push you for an
That
answer.
is
I'm
my
afraid.
final answer.
That long-winded. I'll give you a point for creativity.
Good.
Oh my god.
But unfortunately,
Cheers for that.
The answer that would have got you a point was fridges. That is actually what they use, because the temperature in a fridge is higher than their habitat. So, Team Alt are in the lead with 6 points. Team Delete slagging behind with 3.
Oh, rubbish.
Welcome back, and it's the final round. It's called Mitt, and there are 5 points available for a correct answer. What's going to happen is that Duncan and Alex Riley will take it in turns to go to the mime box and act out mimes, and Tom are going to try and guess.
That's good.
I'm sorry, I failed.
That's all right.
Happy with that?
No.
Do your best, and hopefully you can get numerous points. Off you go.
Confused man. Pirate. Crying pirate. Unhappy pirate. Sad clown. Sad knee man. My knee hurts. I'm sad. Oh, I've got lovely hair and I've got one leg. Jack Sparrow. Johnny Depp.
No.
Lots of money. Heather McCartney.
Oh,
Heather McCartney, right.
Right.
Second part of the mime. Putting on 2 shoes, although she's got 1 leg.
Yeah. Ice skating. Treadmill. Running on a treadmill. Ballroom dancing. Heather McCartney dancing. Golf. Rolling. Heather McCartney rolling. Heather McCartney.
So, how are you? Any answer? Final answer?
Don't know. Heather McCartney on a roll.
On a roll? No, I'm afraid not. It was in fact Heather McCartney roller skating.
Oh, come on!
So close, but yet so far.
That's a good mine.
See what you can do with that.
come on, Riley. Right,
First part.
first bit. Tennis. Andy Murray. Yes.
Going well.
Andy Murray. Sleeping. Dreaming. Time. Sleeping in. He's late. He's overslept. He's late for the Wimbledon final. Time to sleep. Alarm clock.
So close.
Andy Murray at bedtime is in the water. He's dancing. Andy Murray dancing. Time. Sleep. Time for bed. Time for dream. Nighttime.
Almost.
Andy Murray in the nighttime.
Oh.
Andy Murray night. Hammer. Beat.
Scores will be the same in every
Hammer
bit.
time. Andy Murray dancing to
You
hammer
won't believe
time.
how close you've been.
Andy Murray is dancing night fever. Andy Murray in a nightclub.
Andy Murray in a nightclub. Yes! Answer.
Yes!
And they steal.
50 points.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks to some amazing miming with
Amazing
Alex
miming.
Riley and some pretty
A
spot on
mime
guessing.
machine.
You were so close all the time, and then you got it right at the end there. And today's winners are Team Delete.
Yes.
Applause for Team
Come
Delete.
on.
Come on, Duncan.
Yeah.
Don't be
Be
sore.
graceful.
Don't be
graceful
sore.
in defeat.
There you go. And you win today's special prize.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure you're very excited to find out what it is,
Very
and I'm sure
excited.
you'll find lots of use for this around campus.
Oh.
It's a little trike to take home.
Yes.
magical.
Look at that bad boy.
You can do whatever you wish with that.
Jesus Christ. Look at that guy.
I recommend eBay.
You recommend eBay? What? With the amount of sentimental and the cobwebs. Brilliant. Straight from the shed.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're happy with that, yeah?
Very happy.
That's it for Ctrl Alt Delete this week. Thanks to our guests, Duncan Butler, Tom Festerazzi, Tom King, and Alex Riley. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Alternative Quiz Show. Bye-bye.